All right, man. Have you ever experienced a hard breakup? Like one where you felt you've done everything right. You feel like you did everything right. You plan the dates, you're a good dude, make your money, come home, loyal, not out there in the streets. But yet you felt your lady pull back, distance herself, tell you she needs space, break up with you. Well, let me tell you guys, you're not alone. All been there, including myself. And in this video, I'm gonna talk about why this isn't a bad thing. And when this happens, what it really shows you is something that you need to work on to improve your life. And you take that and transmute it to help you elevate to the next level. So stay tuned, guys. This message is powerful. You're not going to want to miss this. All right, guys. Jimmy here, Ingrained the Train, back, more heat. And I always want to start the video off with some gratitude. So I thank you guys for watching, chiming in with me. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, comment below for the algorithm. The channel's growing rapidly, guys, and I couldn't do it without your help. And let's reach more people. And the easiest way to do that is just simply engage with the video, guys. Share it with some people that you know. It means a lot to me, okay? So in this video, I want to talk about something that's very common. On the internet today, we see a lot of these podcasts, red pill podcasts, feminism, anti-fem, super popular on YouTube and these podcasts right now. To me, what I see is I see a lot of people who have experienced frustration and hurt, projecting that out as if it's universal truth. Just like anything, there's always some valid points and some not so valid points, pros and cons, right? So not everything that, like these channels are saying is false, right? You have to take the good, throw away the bad, and make it your own. But what I found is this: relationships are very dynamic. They're very dynamic, they're very complex. And I think the internet tries to simplify things a little bit too much. However, there are some core principles that if you follow, you'll notice that relationships go significantly better. And if one doesn't work out, you'll find that you attract somebody even better into your life. And what am I talking about here, right? So we've all been through these points in our relationship. It feels like everything is good, and then there's like pullback or there's tension. Like a lot of times as men, especially nicer men, when this happens, you feel your girlfriend pulling away, or a young lady you just met, like there's distance there, and it just doesn't feel the same. So what happens is you get nervous, you get anxious, like, oh, what if she doesn't like me? What if I lose her? So you start to try to do more. Buy an expensive gift, plan a trip, fancy date, you call more, you start to like really just project out that anxiety onto her. One thing you got to understand, man, women feel, they receive our energy. And when she pulls back and we chase by being like real needy and anxious, trying to pull her back in, what we're actually doing is we're pushing her farther away, and it feels smothering. It's overwhelming to them. You have to understand that women, they're dynamic. Their emotions are volatile, they're up and down, they're dynamic. And as a man, we actually can't fulfill all those emotions. So what you have to be willing to do, and this is the best relationship advice that I got, and I've been guilty that I didn't listen initially. Luckily, it clicked before it was too late. You have to learn to give the other person space before they need it. And I get it, it's hard, right? You're enjoying this person, you're vibing, everything's flowing, but you got to understand that as a man, and one of the things that the internet talks about is women don't submit to men anymore. Well, as a man, if you are the leader, if you want to be looked up as the leader, if you want somebody to follow you, you have to demonstrate a certain level of strength, and you have to make the other person or the person you're leading or the team that you're leading feel safe so that they can trust you. If you make your life all about the other person, if everything, your happiness, your mood is dependent on this other person, especially if you're a man dating a woman, what that shows is emotional weakness. It shows needy energy. It becomes smothering, it becomes weird, it becomes overbearing, and that's a lot of pressure on her. Be, quote unquote, the perfect woman so you feel like a king. We have to switch this, right? Again, it can be hard, especially if you've experienced the breakup, right? If the pullback is a little bit, it stings, but not as much, but the breakup really hurts. But what you have to do, when this happens, when she asks for space, or you feel her pulling away, you have to pour that energy that you want to use to chase her, pull it back into yourself. You have to start thinking, okay, where am I neglecting myself? Where have I been neglecting my needs, right? What are some things that you can do? Have you not been working out as much? Have you not been working on side hustles or projects, things that you were doing before you started dating? Have you learned anything new lately? Have you stopped hanging out with your boys? Have you neglected your life to make it all about the relationship? You have to ask yourself these tough questions, because a lot of times this is what happens, and it's not even like you may not even intend on it. It's just what naturally happened because you're enjoying the relationship. What you need to do, you need to forget everything that you've ever seen on TV, that you've seen on, heard, or romance stories, like all that doesn't work. You have to pour into yourself. Make yourself a priority. That's the key. That's the key. And that's where it gets lost in this. So if you're going through a pullback, if you're going through a breakup, you're going through some hurt or some frustration, there's a reason why I say it's a good thing, because now that energy that, like, you're worked up, right? You got the pain, you got the anxiety. Like, this is the time to lean into that and pour that energy to you. Be the best version of yourself. Get back in the gym. Get back on your side hustle. Start that YouTube channel or podcast, e-commerce store, whatever it is. Get back into building your life. Because what you want to do as a man is you want to build this amazing life. Then you want to be able to choose who you want to include into that life. That's the key. See, a lot of guys, they don't do it that way. They stop building the amazing life. And then they expect somebody to just like submit and follow their lead. But what are you leading if you're staying stagnant? And your woman, when she does these things, it's a challenge for you to grow. You have to ask yourself, when she starts doing these things, it's really a reflection of what you're missing, what you're not doing for yourself. And when you get the message and the lesson, and don't take it so personal, don't be so reactive, literally just identify, okay, what is this telling me? Okay, I need to get back on my game. I need to get back on my A game. Yeah, I've been slacking here. Yeah, I've been neglecting this part of my life. Yeah, I may have put too much pressure on her. And when you do that, the woman typically responds. She's gonna see the changes. She's gonna see the guy that she was initially attracted to, right? Whether it's an X, whether it's a pullback, you give that space and you start growing. Now you're demonstrating strength. You're showing that you're a man worth following. And you can use that energy and that sting to identify when you've been slacking. That's what I'm saying. It's not a bad thing. It hurts. It sucks. Don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. It is utterly painful when you lose somebody that you were really feeling, right? Or if you feel them slipping away. But again, you have to ask yourself, when you feel that, how have you been treating yourself? Usually when these things happen, it's because you have not been taking care of yourself, and that is not attractive. You come first. Make yourself the priority. Build this amazing life, and then you choose who you want to include in there. That's the message. All right? Don't go projecting that onto other people. Don't go pointing the fingers and go on social media looking for validation for somebody else who's going through the same thing and like, oh yeah, man, bro, I feel you. Like, no, like, take it for what it is. Take the experience. Identify what you need to work on and own it. Dominate it. And if that woman chooses to walk away, I promise you, because you're leveling up, because you're doing more things for yourself, you're going to attract someone more aligned with you. And guess what? Now that you got the lesson, you won't make the same mistake again. Pretty dope, right? So I hope to help you guys, because trust me, guys, I know it stings. I went through it. I've learned a lot of these lessons the hard way, too late. But I'm telling you from experience that when you do these things, when you make yourself a priority again, how much better, not just your relationship goes, it's better your life is, because you're pouring back into your life. You're building your best life. What's better than that? All right, guys, so I hope that helped. Please share the video with 5 people, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, comment below. Somebody needs to hear this message. If you want to talk more about this, if you want to set up a coaching call, I have a brand new men's program that's really going to help transform everything from your body to your mind. It's just going to open up an abundance of opportunities, going to really open up those abundance codes so you can manifest better relationships, better business opportunities, make more money, be the best version of yourself. So click the link below, set up the call. I look forward to talking with you. In the meantime, I'm checking out.